prominent former Nairobi lawmaker is among 41 new cases of coronavirus registered in Nairobi. The politician, whose identity we cannot reveal for privacy reasons, is currently admitted in hospital in what has been described as critical but stable condition. Sources indicate that the leader has been linked to 18 contacts, 9 of whom have tested positive for COVID-19. Sam Gituku reports on the case that has now added to Nairobi's soaring COVID-19 numbers.
The latest briefing by the Ministry of Health had two big headlines: a new record for COVID-19 infections and a revelation that high-end estates in the city are now becoming the new hotspots for the virus. With 9 new cases reported in Runda Estate of Westlands constituency, bringing the total for Nairobi alone to 537.
So there are 9 cases in Westlands. So persons just near here in Westlands should know that we have discovered another 9 cases. This is not a total.
All 9 cases linked to the former MP in the city, who is currently admitted in an intensive care unit at a private hospital here in Nairobi. The politician is reported to have been sick for about 2 weeks, nursing symptoms from home, only to test positive of the virus. The politician is currently on supplementary oxygen, an intervention used to treat someone who can breathe on their own but have low oxygen levels in blood. It is reported that the patient depicted typical COVID-19 symptoms at the point of testing, mainly difficulty in breathing, fever and coughing. And in tracing the contacts, 18 primary contacts were identified and immediately tracing began. The 18 are believed to have visited or shared a home with the patient during the 14 days in question. 9 of these have since tested positive of coronavirus. They include the politician's 2 grandchildren, aged 2 and 7 years. Thursday morning, Ministry of Health officials draped in protective gear aboard ambulances were in Runda to pay contacts that shared residence with the patient, taken to the Kenyatta University Referral Hospital for treatment and observation. The other 9 who have not tested positive of the virus have been quarantined for 14 days, after which they will be retested before determining their fate. The few people we've spoken to testify citing at least 2 ambulances moving from one of the homes here in Runda Estate. What we know is that a few people have been picked and taken into isolation, and now the authorities are investigating the circumstances that may have led to the situation that nearly 20 people can be traced to the primary contact. Health CS Mutahi Kagwe now calling on households to avoid what he termed as unnecessary visits, especially in homes with young children.
If you are the father, especially young fathers, do not encourage any visitors. Let them stay in their houses for a change. They can come back when your baby has grown. But for the time being, wacha wakae huko kwao nyumbani.
Nearly 40 children below 9 years have so far tested positive of coronavirus, with one 6-year-old boy having lost his life. Sam Gituku, Citizen TV, Nairobi.